Beloved friend, welcome home tonight. Before we say anything else, I speak peace over you, peace over your thoughts, peace over your heart, peace over the tired corners of your soul that no one else sees but God always notices. I don't know what your day held. Maybe it was heavy, maybe it was hurried, or maybe it just left you feeling hollow inside. But what I do know is this: you've made it here. And that is no small thing. Right now, in this sacred space, God is drawing near. He's not rushing you. He's not waiting for perfection. He's simply waiting for you. Tonight I bless you, not just with sweet sleep, but with deep surrender. The kind that lifts the weight off your chest and reminds you, you're not alone in this night. So before you drift off, before your mind runs another lap around the worries of tomorrow, I want to invite you to pause and pray with me. Let's choose, together, to put God first, even at the end of the day. Because the most powerful act of faith isn't always how you start your morning. It's how you choose to close your night, with trust, with gratitude, with Him. Are you ready? Let's end this day with the one who holds it all. Let's give Him the final say. Before your head touches the pillow tonight, let's anchor your heart in truth. Not just any truth, but the kind that reorders everything within you. When the day has drained you and the noise begins to fade, this is where God whispers what matters most. Let's listen. Psalm 16:8. I keep my eyes always on the Lord. With Him at my right hand, I will not be shaken. There's something holy about where your focus lands before you fall asleep. For many of us, our eyes aren't just tired. They're strained from trying to see the future, trying to solve what's unsolvable before morning even comes. But this verse invites a recalibration. I keep my eyes always on the Lord. This is intentional. This is peace. When fear tries to hijack your final thoughts, this verse is a declaration of alignment. You look to the one who's unshaken so that you too may rest in stillness. This is more than poetic, it's powerful. Peace is not passive, it is a posture you choose. And tonight, that choice changes everything. God is not merely beside you in some abstract way. He's at your right hand. That is closeness. That is intimacy. The Lord is in your reach, within the breath between your thoughts and your sighs. When He is there, you cannot be truly shaken, because your foundation is secure. The shaking may still come externally. Life doesn't always quiet down. But internally, you can remain still. Why? Because God is your anchor, and even as the world spins and stress lingers, His presence stabilizes your soul. The night is not the enemy. It is the sanctuary where this promise finds its power. In the dark, where the noise fades, the Lord becomes louder in the silence. His nearness silences the chaos. His right hand steadies your heart. As you settle into sleep, picture His hand upholding yours, keeping you from falling emotionally, mentally, spiritually. That hand has never failed, never faltered. Trust it again tonight. Deuteronomy 6:5. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, all your soul, and all your strength. What does love look like at the end of the day? It isn't big gestures or grand declarations. It's surrender. It's whispering, God, I'm tired, but I still give you my heart. It's releasing everything and returning to the one who loves without condition. When you love God with all your heart, even your broken heart becomes an offering. He doesn't ask for perfection, He asks for all. Every beat of anxiety, every unspoken hope, every bit of bruised trust. Give it all. To love Him with all your soul means letting Him enter even the places you've closed off. The disappointments, the numbness, the questions that don't have answers. That's where love breathes best, in honesty. and with all your strength. That doesn't mean you must have energy. It means you offer the little you have left. That tiny mustard seed of trust, that breath before sleep, that final moment when you say, "I'm still yours." God isn't keeping score of how well you end your day. He's watching for surrender, for heart, for presence, for a soul willing to love again despite the pain. Tonight, let your love be a resting place, not a performance, not a checklist, just real, just yours, just enough for the God who already gave everything for you. Colossians 3:2. Set your minds on things above, not on earthly things. Your thoughts shape your peace, and at night they can feel like wild horses, running fast, running far, and dragging your heart with them. But God invites you to a higher perspective. Set your minds. This isn't automatic. It's intentional alignment. Earthly things beg for your attention. Bills, deadlines, relationships, regrets. But tonight, there is a better focus. There is something above that calls to your soul. Truth, grace, peace, eternity. When your mind is fixed above, your heart follows. You stop spinning. You stop bracing. You breathe. You begin to see your burdens not as monsters, but as moments, and you place them in His hands. Resetting your mind doesn't mean denying your problems. It means placing them beneath something greater, choosing to let hope be heavier than fear, choosing to end the night in awe, not anxiety. Let your pillow become an altar, a place of release, a space where your thoughts no longer echo earthly fears, but heavenly faith. Can you imagine what would change if your mind ended each day looking up instead of looking back? Try it tonight. Let God reset your soul by resetting your focus. Psalm 90:14. Satisfy us in the morning with your steadfast love. Satisfaction doesn't start in the morning. It's planted the night before. The way you end the day becomes the soil for the way you begin the next. God's love doesn't wait for you to be wide awake to reach you. It's already present, even as you drift into dreams. It satisfies not through explanation, but through presence. To be satisfied in His love is to say, "This is enough. I don't need more right now. I just need you." And in that, your soul finds stillness. Think about what it would feel like to go to bed, not just hoping for rest, but feeling full, emotionally, spiritually, inwardly. That's what His love offers. This kind of satisfaction heals what the day bruised. It reminds you that you don't need a resolution to feel at peace. You just need remembrance of who He is. And when morning comes, you wake not with dread, but delight. Not because everything changed overnight, but because your perspective did. Let love be your lullaby tonight. Let it wrap around you until your worries fade and your heart beats softer in His hands. 1 Chronicles 29:11. Yours, Lord, is the greatness and the power, for everything in heaven and earth is yours. Control is an illusion we cling to until we're exhausted, and night exposes that truth. You can't fix everything before you sleep, but you can place it in greater hands. This verse doesn't just glorify God, it frees you. Everything is yours. That includes the conversations you replay, the mistakes you regret, the things you didn't finish, the burdens you never meant to carry. Surrender isn't weakness, it's worship. It says, "You are Lord, not me." And that's the best news of all. Imagine the weight that would fall off your chest if you truly believed that nothing is outside His control. Imagine the peace that would come if you stopped striving and started trusting. Your bed is not just for rest, it's for releasing. It's a sacred space where your soul can bow before the one who reigns, where you remind yourself, God is God and I am not. Tonight, instead of running through plans, Run into his presence. He already holds what tomorrow holds. Let him hold you too. So as the day ends, anchor your heart in this. You are not the center of your story. God is. And when he is first, everything else can fall into place, even in the dark. Let us pray. Tonight, Father, I come before you not as someone who has it all figured out, but as one who is deeply aware of their need. I come not in perfection, but in desperation, not in triumph, but in surrender. I bring you the pieces that feel too fragile for anyone else to hold, the fears that echo even in silence, the questions that never seem to end, the disappointments that press heavily on my soul. You know them all, Lord, and in your knowing, you love me still. I don't come to impress you or to recite perfect prayers. I come to collapse safely into your presence, to place my heart, raw and unedited, into your healing hands. I am exhausted, not just physically, but emotionally and spiritually. I've smiled while my soul was weeping. I've carried others while crumbling silently within. I've held on when I should have let go. But tonight, I release. I exhale. I make room for you. You see every invisible burden I've been carrying, the grief that doesn't fit into words, the stress that hides behind smiles, the wounds I've stopped mentioning because I've stopped believing they could heal. But nothing is too hidden for you. Nothing is too complicated for you. I rest in that tonight. I stop pretending. I stop striving. I stop trying to earn what you've already freely given. Love, grace, peace. You don't ask me to fix myself before coming. You ask me to come just as I am. So I lay it all down. I put down the pressure to be okay. I surrender the fear of being too much or not enough. I stop running in circles of worry. Instead, I choose to be still and know that you are God. In this stillness, I find you waiting, not with condemnation, but with compassion. Not with impatience, but with presence. You are the shepherd who leaves the 99 to find me when I'm lost. You are the Father who runs toward me even when I'm limping home. You are the healer who touches the untouchable places. So tonight, I invite you in. Come into the ache I've learned to tolerate. Come into the silence I've filled with noise. Come into the patterns I've repeated because I didn't know how to be free. Rewrite my story with your redemption. Take every shattered expectation and create something beautiful. Remind me that you are not done. Not with my story, not with my healing, not with me. Cover me tonight, Lord, with peace that surpasses understanding. Let your spirit be thick in this room, settling over my bed like a protective blanket, filling every shadow with light. Send your angels to stand guard at every door and window. Let fear be dismissed at the threshold. Let anxiety be banished from this space. Fill the atmosphere with worship, with truth, with holy presence. Let scripture be the lullaby that sings me into sleep. Let promises echo louder than problems. Let hope arise, even in the dark. Your word says you give sleep to those you love, and tonight I choose to believe I am among the beloved. So I rest, not because everything is perfect, but because I trust you in the imperfection. I sleep, not because the storm is over, but because I know who calms the sea. God, as I close my eyes, let my mind be renewed. Remove the residue of today's troubles. Wash over my thoughts with living water. Reset my heart with divine rhythms. Touch the places that ache with the balm of your spirit. Let my sleep be deep, healing, and undisturbed. If tears fall, let them cleanse. If dreams come, let them reveal. And if I simply rest in silence, let it be enough. Because you are here. Let every breath I take testify to trust. Let every heartbeat align with your will. I declare this room a sanctuary. I declare this night a sacred appointment. This is not just a place of sleep. It is a place of surrender. A place where heaven meets earth, where weakness meets grace, where fatigue meets the faithfulness of God. I refuse to carry into tomorrow what you've called me to lay down tonight. I refuse to let fear have the final word. I choose to trust your timing. I choose to believe your promises. I choose to lean into your love, even when I don't feel it. I reject every lie that tells me I'm alone. I silence every voice that doesn't sound like your truth. I cling to what is eternal. I anchor myself in what is unshakable. And I remember, you are not pacing the heavens in worry. You are seated in victory. You are reigning in righteousness. You are working even now while I sleep. What I cannot see, you are already preparing. What I cannot fix, you are already redeeming. What I cannot carry, you have already lifted. So Father, take every part of me tonight. My mind, my body, my spirit. Take my doubts and turn them into declarations of faith. Take my wounds and weave them into testimonies of healing. Take my weariness and exchange it for supernatural strength. Take my brokenness and reveal your glory through it. I am yours. I belong to you, not just in the light, but here in the dark. Not just when I feel strong, but even now, when I feel small. And in that belonging, I find my rest. In that belonging, I find my healing. In that belonging, I find my purpose renewed. Let the night echo with your nearness. Let angels sing over me while I sleep. Let the Spirit minister deeply to my soul. Let the enemy flee at the sound of your name. I rest in the shadow of the Almighty. I sleep under the wings of the Most High. You are my refuge. You are my dwelling place. You are my God, and I trust you. So tonight I let go. I let go of all I am not, and I cling to all that you are. Let your goodness and mercy be the lullabies that rock me to sleep. And if I wake in the night, let me find you already there. And if I rise in the morning, let praise be my first breath. You are the first and the last, the beginning and the end. And tonight, you are my peace. And above all, Lord, help me put you first, truly first, not in theory, but in the rhythm of my soul. Let my final thought tonight be of your goodness. Let every breath I exhale declare my dependence on you. Teach me to place your presence above my productivity, your voice above my opinions, your kingdom above my comfort. If I've wandered into idolatry, gently lead me back. If I've prioritized the urgent over the eternal, correct me with your love. You are not a part of my life. You are the source of it. Be enthroned in my thoughts, elevated in my affections, exalted in my rest. Let this night be a declaration that you are not just God of the morning, but Lord of my night. Even now, as the world grows quieter and the room grows still, let my spirit grow louder in worship. Let my heart rise in holy reverence. Make my bed a sanctuary. Make my breathing a song of surrender. Let your name rest on my lips like a vow of love. When my dreams come, let them be filled with visions of your glory. If the night is long, let it be long in your presence. If it is short, let it be deep in divine encounter. You are worthy, Lord, not just of my first breath in the morning, but of my last thought before sleep. Take your place. Have it all. My ambitions, my regrets, my needs, my thanks. My full heart belongs to you. And Lord, I pray not only for myself, but for the entire Shine Light community. May each heart that reads or listens tonight also be stirred to put you first. May they be reminded that their identity is not found in performance or perfection, but in presence, yours. Draw our hearts together in unity as we lay down our distractions and make you the priority again. May every soul in this community awaken tomorrow more centered in Christ, more committed to worship, more anchored in truth. Let Shine Light be a family that chooses you over busyness, depth over distraction, and surrender over self. Teach us to reflect your light, not just when it's easy, but when the night feels long. Help us model your love when it's uncomfortable, and your truth when it's unpopular. Let our lives radiate devotion, not just by day, but in the quiet choices we make by night. Bless the Shine Light community with unshakable faith, with contagious peace, with deep wells of worship that overflow into the world. Make our collective voice one that declares, God is first. First in our plans, first in our pain, first in our praise. Let our days begin with you and our nights end in you. As one body we say, you are first, you are worthy, you are ours, and we are yours, forever. As we come to the quiet edge of this day, after pouring out our hearts in prayer, let's pause for one final question. Who truly held first place in your heart today? Not just in words, but in time, in attention, in affection. Was it fear that led? Was it worry that took the seat of honor? Was it the pursuit of productivity, perfection, or approval? These are questions that don't accuse, they invite. They invite you to remember that God is not seeking perfect performance. He's seeking your nearness, and often we drift not because we've rebelled, but because we've been distracted. Can we be honest tonight? Sometimes what pushes God out of first place isn't obvious. It's not always sin. Sometimes it's survival. It's being busy with good things. It's getting through the day with everything and everyone depending on you. And at the end of it all, you find yourself lying in bed wondering, did I even speak to God today? There's no shame in that moment, only an invitation to return, a gentle nudge from the Spirit that says, I've missed you. Let's end this day together. What would it look like to truly put Him first, even now, even when you're exhausted? It doesn't require grand gestures. Sometimes putting God first is whispering His name in the dark. Sometimes it's letting go of what you can't fix and trusting that He already knows. Sometimes it's believing that His love for you doesn't decrease just because you're too tired to read another chapter or sing another worship song. Sometimes it's just crawling under the covers and saying, Lord, be here. Are you willing to let go of the lesser things tonight? The burdens you weren't meant to carry, the voices that don't sound like love, the guilt that keeps replaying. God isn't asking for more effort. He's inviting you into deeper rest. He wants to be the last voice you hear, the peace that holds your soul as you sleep. And if your heart has been scattered, He's the only one who can gather it again. You don't have to fake devotion to receive it. You don't have to feel spiritual to be seen. He already knows you're tired. He knows how long today felt. He saw the moments you kept going when you felt like crumbling. And here's what He's whispering in the silence. I've been here waiting, not for your perfection, but for your presence. So tonight, let your surrender be your offering. Let your honesty be your worship. Let your desire, no matter how faint, be the place where intimacy begins again. Ask yourself, not out of guilt, but with longing, what would it feel like to love Him deeply even when I'm tired? What if this moment, right here, became the moment where first love was rekindled, not with energy, but with authenticity? Maybe all you can offer is a quiet heart. Maybe all you have is a sigh. Offer it. Place it in His hands. His grace is not looking for eloquence, it's listening for sincerity. And if you've been feeling far away, tonight is the time to come close again. Because when you put Him first, even at the end of the day, He places peace over your rest like a warm, divine blanket. Let this be your healing moment. Let this be the night you say, "You are my first again, Lord." He's not disappointed in you. He's delighted by you, not because of what you do, but because you've turned your face toward Him again. And even now, as you close your eyes, His arms are already around you. Tonight, you're not just ending the day, you're beginning the healing. Before you drift off, take this moment to anchor your heart. If tonight's reflection stirred something in you, if you felt God whisper gently to come back to Him, to place Him first again, don't keep it to yourself. Type God first in the comments as your declaration of surrender, your quiet yes to His love. Let's fill this space with worship, not worry, with faith, not fear. Share your heart. How did God speak to you tonight? What are you laying down? Your comment might be the very encouragement someone else needs. Don't forget to subscribe to Shine Light for nightly devotionals that center your soul, restore your peace, and draw your heart closer to Jesus. Because when we put God first, everything else finds its rightful place. And what a peaceful place that is to rest. Good night, beloved. God is near. God is first. And that's more than enough.